What is up? What is going on? What's the deal? What up? 2023, man. 2023. I hope everybody had a good holiday. I hope you're having a great new year. And by everyone, I mean all 951 of you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the support. I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded. It's been a downtime. No excuses. It's coming. I'm getting back on track for sticking around and still showing that support and that love. I appreciate it. And also to the new members, to the new people who will come to the channel, welcome on. There's always going to be some One Piece content here. And of course, games. What type of games? I don't know, but this is a gaming channel, and whatever else I find interesting, which is definitely One Piece. Especially to all of you who came over on the Twitch side and just said, what's up? I'm still playing Bounty Pirates. You know, we talk a bit about that, so I appreciate you. So thank you. Thank you. But we are here, One Piece fans, because I've been reading One Piece for quite a while, before it became a Shonen Jump app. How far before that? You get the origin story in another video. But either way, I've been reading it for a long time. Huge fan, as I'm sure many of you are. And I decided to take 10 months. 10 months. 10 months was actually accidental. It was not supposed to be 10 months. It was supposed to be just, you know, One Piece fan takes a break from One Piece to binge it and just to sort of see what the experience was like. So the last chapter I read was 1041. And I'm like, cool, it's getting good. And out of nowhere, I'm like, but it could be better. So what if I take a break, come back at the end of the arc, and then just sort of see all the progression, get to binge the last few chapters and sort of get it all together and get that feeling of unexpectedness without it being week to week. You know what I mean? Like that full binge experience of new. So immediately when I decided to start this, I got spoiled. The raws, the leaks came out, and the first image I saw what will be known as Nika Luffy. Now, I saw the image, but I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know, why it was called that or what it was, but I did see the image. So I'm like, okay, this is not enough time. Let me go a couple more weeks, and then I'll do it after that, now that I've seen that. So that's what happened. I didn't check on the app. I didn't read anything. Out of sight, out of mind. When I streamed or talked to people, I would just be like, I'm not caught up yet. And everybody was real cool. They'd be like, oh, okay, you're going to enjoy it. And for a while, life went on. It was good. I would just say that from time to time, not really thinking about how much time has passed. And one day I'm talking to my brother, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm taking a break. I'm about to catch up. He's like, what do you mean? You haven't been reading? It's like, no, I told you I'm taking a break. He's like, oh, it gets good, man. When are you going to catch back up? And I'm like, oh, well, what chapter they on? He's like, 1060. I'm like, what? Wait, what? Like, where was I? Like, I zoned back and I had to think, well, the last chapter I read was 1041. And I was like this crazy time traveler. Like, how long has it been? You better. Like, I was tripping, man. I didn't realize. And so then I'm like, all right, well, here we go. Let's get it done. Now I started reading this Christmas night is when I initially read this, and then it was supposed to come out with a video New Year's Eve and then one on New Year's. And then I was going to stream that day and we just sort of celebrate and bring the New Year together. But we got snowed in, so that didn't happen. I had to do all this other stuff. And then the actual Christmas traveling plans got pushed back a whole nother week. So here we are. And then I decided to just put some video game footage with it, because I figured that's how I consume a lot of content as I'm doing other things. I get my gaming in, I'm listening to a podcast, or listening to or watching a stream on the side, or well, you know what I mean, whatever it is. So I figured that was a good way. And we sort of switched the games up. This time it's just One Piece games, some Pirate Warriors, as we get ready for One Piece Odyssey. And then we do a little Bounty Pirates in there as well. And it's just going to be my natural reactions, me catching up. I don't know what's happening. So this is very exciting. I haven't felt this way in quite a while about something I really like. I'm unexpected. Like, at this point, so many people know so much more about One Piece that would be able to explain what is happening or what is going on. And I love it. It's a new feeling. I haven't had this feeling in quite a while. still, I'm pumped. I'm ready. I hope you guys all get comfortable, get set, get whatever you need, and let's take this journey. So without further ado's, let's do's it. And then we got Niji and Yonji, the Germa brothers, 2 and 4, pinned up in the book, thinking back. Big Mom was whooping that head, just hooking off on him and choking up Niji at the same time. It's called Germa 66 an Emotionless Excursion, Volume 4, A Creature Beyond the Power of Science. It's like, it does not compute. How can she hit so hard without drugs? Open up at the top of Onigashima. And so kid's jumping up and he's blasting Big Mom down with a damned punk. I believe that's what it was called. Oda doing his thing. We got like a nice little beam and swirl of energy coming in. She's taking it too. Big Mom just had the lipstick coming off, or that is blood. It's just not even phased by it. She's like, heh. Kid is like, ugh, this is not working. Kid's looking frustrated at the attack. This is a powerful attack, man. Looks like this is all out last attack, right? Big Mom's still taking the beam. It's like, hey you brats. Then we got all the fighting pirates around going, what? She's not getting blasted down the hole. After all that, she still won't go down. Big Mom grips the rubble, crack. Way. Now we cut to Law's pirates. I see Arug. He says, no way she's withstanding. Those two can't keep going. Kid and Law looking obviously frustrated. I mean, she's right over the hole and he can't blast her. He can't blast her down. That was supposed to be the finish. And I assume while she's still getting blasted, she's just talking calmly. Just taking it like, make your choice. You can select the fate you'll suffer the moment I deflect this thing back at you. You can give me 50 years of your lifespan, or you can keep it and serve me. And she get into it now, man. Her eyes light up. She's like, life or slavery. Everybody starts freaking out, starts shivering. Then the pirates around start freaking out, start shivering. It's the soul pocus. Kid's crew to kid. You should get away from her, boss. And then they start getting their lifespan taken. God. She's taking our lifespan away too. Big Mom is still taking the blast. Kid is still trying to give it to her. Hockey and energy is bursting all over the place. Pirates are running back with their souls sort of leaving and leaping into Big Mom's. No creature on the brink of death is this powerful. She's terrifying. Close up of Big Mom looking menacing, looking maniacal. Her eyes are white. She's got the white eyes like no one's home, like when they get knocked out unconscious, but someone is clearly there. She knows what she's doing. Then we got Law's crew. Captain, get out of here. Go. Law just turns around like a G. Follow your own advice. He's like, huh? Big Mom is looking like, what? Cut to Big Mom was like, what are they saying? And then Kid goes, why should we be afraid of weak words of some old hag who's outlived her welcome? Law follows up with the room. I can only imagine how hideous your death scream will be. He's got the room in his hand. All right, so Kid is blasting Big Mom the whole time as this conversation is going on. And it looks like Kid's crew and Law's crew are both still right there. Law's crew says neither of them is losing even a second of his lifespan. Do they not have a single ounce of fear for the Emperor of the Sea? And then here comes Hera. I'll save you, Mama. Law stands in between Hera and Big Mom. Cut to Eustace, who says, don't you know when to give up? The Ghost Emperor? Let me give you a hand and send you on your way to hell. Big Mom still taking a blast. Law goes silence. Everybody still getting their soul taken goes, huh? All the sound vanish. Cortisone. This technique extinguishes all sound created by your influence. Big Mom is shocked. What? I can't speak. Hera coming up from behind with a swipe, going, Mama, I can't hear you. Law's crew yells, behind you, Captain. Kid looks, follow up. Kid is still shooting this whole dang time. He either reinforces with another blast and calls out another damned punk and sends like another beam onto the beam, like a beam struggle. And then Law turns around because Hera was behind him, does like a spinning slice and just slices her right in two. This is after Kid's been getting beat on. His stamina is still high. He's still blasted. Big Mom is like, So she's finally going down the hole. Prometheus, Hera, what are you doing? Save me. This is what she's saying to herself, because I know she's probably thinking, if she's not thinking, like they can't hear me, so I thought she realized there was no sound. She's got to be thinking, I know you see me falling. Like I shouldn't have to tell you. I shouldn't have to tell you to save me. So she's getting blasted down. Boom! There's Yamato from below. Big Mom comes through. It looks like Yamato just happened to be looking up because Big Mom's not making sound, right? Yamato's shocked. She goes, Big Mom, why isn't she making any noise? Big Mom looks like nothing I touch makes any sound. Oh, she crushes right into the bombs that Yamato she froze those. Yamato froze those bombs. I remember that. Yamato was shocked. The blast goes off, but Yamato quickly, I don't know how she does it. She either reaches up and reaches up a slab and flips it over to stop the blast from blowing up the other frozen bombs. She's like, no, it's gonna set off the others. And then we got Kozimbo. Kozimbo down at the bottom now. Oh, Lord. Orochi. Sort of wisping and doing its fiery thing. Now we cut back outside to Momonosuke watching Onigashima blast apart with the bomb that Big Mom just blasted open. Momonosuke goes, what? Damn it. Of all the luck, says Big Mom. So Big Mom is going down. She takes the blast of the bomb, trying to catch her grip so she doesn't fall all the way through. The blast goes off. Blows back on her face. So now she's letting out the huge cloud of smoke. Like she just caught the major cloud. She's letting it out. She coughs, and as she's falling from Onigashima, you see debris and looks like to be maybe a canister or something. It almost looks like a bomb, to be honest with you. It could be an armament bomb. I don't know. Yeah, it does. It looks like a bomb that maybe, King or somebody would fly up and just drop down, rain on people. As she's falling, there's a huge hole below on Onigashima, and she thinks, or as she speaks, but she can't, no one can hear it. It's got those sound bubbles. She goes, hey, Roger, why'd you have to go and say that? And the next panel is Chopper falling down, the nurses, and the boss. Big Mom says, you got the whole world in on this great era of piracy. Easy for you. You're dying. And we see Brooke and Robin running through a blazing corridor, set afire, sort of crumbling apart. But when those kids rise up all over the world, we'll be the ones who have to deal with them. And we see Zoro face down. He got all his he got all his katanas though, bleeding out. Then the ground breaks with a crunch. Zoro falls through the ledge. Then we cut to Komurasaki plucking the strings. Ping, ping. Big Mom continues. Just tell us about the One Piece before you die. You see Komurasaki still playing, and Orochi. Orochi is there now. Somebody shrieks out with an eek. And Orochi says, whoa. And Big Mom finishes. Does it exist? It better. Now we cut to Raizo and Fukurokuju. And they're both still on fire. That's right. They were having a battle. They got the paralysis jutsu going on. Fukurokuju falls down. I feel like that's a name I can't say slow. But if I say it too fast, I lose it. Hold on. Let me see this. Fukurokuju. Sorry. Fukurokuju. He goes, water. Fukurokuju falls down. Rise up like a ball, still holds the pose. He's on fire. He's still burning. All right, now we come back to Big Mom still falling down with the debris, heading right into that big hole. She's like, what is it? What is it? Where is it? She has a look just, I guess, of just thinking back of the shock or I don't know. So Big Mom's still falling, and then we get a close-up of her face. She's looking back up at the hole. Some of it's in this country, too, isn't it? I'm so close. You can see the hole from the top with the debris falling, man. She's like, kid, law, they'll pay for this. Don't you dare assume that this will kill me. Then we get the Oda boxes. And a huge either explosion or like a dust cloud pops up. I guess Big Mom falls in the hole. She looked like she was falling in the hole. I don't know how long she fell. But it says Emperor of the Sea, Big Mom versus the new generation. Battle of the performance floor under the dome. Winner. Then underneath that we see the festival's still going on, clapping and yeah, stomp Trump, just going crazy. In the last order box, Eustace, Captain Kidd, and Surgeon of Death, Trafalgar Law. We get two separate panels of Law and Kidd looking beat. They looking exhausted, like ah. And both their crews like, they beat Big Mom. Going nuts. They going crazy. Like, you imagine the adrenaline, like she goes down the hole, like everybody just erupts. And the kids crew is like, this is huge news. This is huge news. Like this is monumental. And so the emotions is flying, man. They hyped testosterone. It was about to die. They just accomplished something. They took out Big Mom. Kids crew is like, boss. Law's crew is like, Captain, Captain, Captain. It's like that little kid crying. Now we cut back to Momonosuke outside Onigashima Island, still flying around, keeping the island afloat, right? Is that you, Yamato? Yamato. Momonosuke, are you underground? But you're open to the air. Now we get a panel of Yamato in front of the bomb. She goes, that's right, a single bomb blew the bottom off the island. I managed to encase them in ice, so we avoided the armory exploding all at once, thankfully. Well played, Yamato. Momonosuke's still doing his cloud grab thing. Looks like he's getting the hang of it. I don't know how much time has really passed since then, how long he's been doing it for. I am glad you're still well. I cannot leave my current task, however. So hear out what I have to say. Yamato listens. Zunesha is very close by. She responds, what? The elephant from Odin's journal. We get a close-up of Momonosuke. Indeed. A companion of Joy Boy, who committed a crime 800 years ago. Okay, so this was 1040. This is like I remember they were fighting, but I don't remember if I saw the conclusion. So they did it. They defeated Big Mom. Big Mom goes down. And so Luffy's not the only one that gains credit through this. I feel like if everyone makes it off the island, I don't know what's gonna happen here. I feel like everyone, their bounty is definitely gonna go up. You know, like Big Mom's not defeated. She's not arrested as of right now. I don't know what's going to happen. It doesn't sound like she's going to be arrested based on how she's saying that she's going to, this is not going to kill her. So I don't think Big Mom is done. I don't think Big Mom is done yet. So, Kozimbo is, I assume Kozimbo is done for. It's done. Looks like it was small. It was finished. And now we have Momonosuke still keeping up the island. Now, Zunesha, that's right, is rolling up on the island. Joy Boy, who committed a crime 800 years ago. All right, so that's where we are right now. That is where we are. Let's roll on. 1041. So this is a chapter I've read, but it'll be refreshing. Then we're going to roll on to 1042, which will be the new. Hey, 1041. Title is Komurosaki. He got Nietzsche and Yonji still tied up in the book, and Putty just hooks off with him. Both of them got the swole lips and the and the bruised cheeks. German 66's An Emotionless Excursion, Volume 5. This is what you get for bullying Sanji, dear. Pudding pot. She hooked off on him. So Pudding is still feeling Sanji. Obviously, I don't know. Obviously, you know, this is like that. Not that much time has passed. So Pudding take a peek at Sanji's memories. Let me give these guys what for. It must have been a hard Pudding punch because I know they got that engineered Germa skin, that toughness. They look kind of bruised up though. All right, here we go. Let's rock on. All right, we open the Momonosuke. I spoke with Zunesha once before, but only for a moment. So I do not know the truth of the matter. Now we see Zunesha sort of rolling up, and he's strolling up on the marine ships. But he's up. Zunesha's so huge, man. He's up in the clouds. You see Wano's clouds just whirling. Zunesha says, Momonosuke, I am awaiting your orders. And we get a nice 3/4 panel of them. You can really see the scale here. I have come to join the fight at your side. Yamato's impressed. He's like, that's incredible, Momonosuke. You can actually talk to the elephant. It's just as Odin anticipated. You are the one who will guide the world to the dawn. All right, cut to a panel of Onigashima and then Momonosuke up close. After reading Father's journal, I learned why it is important I must not die. But for some reason, Father tore out the page with the most crucial part. Yeah, he's really getting the hang of it. Momonosuke is straight dragging the clouds. It looks like he's just straight pulling them and tugging the island along. As Momonosuke is pulling the cloud, he says, "What did he and Roger's crew see on that final island that made them laugh? I don't understand what the goal is. Father was not a prophet. If he were still alive now, would he really still say open Wano's borders?" Momonosuke is clearly frustrated. I am not smart enough to understand. If it would mean exposing the people of Wano to danger, I do not wish to open the borders. Am I simply a coward, Yamato? I don't know if the question itself or just the word coward. Yamato listens to this and sort of looks shocked. We cut back to Raizo, 3rd floor, Battle of the Connecting Passage. Fukurokuju is down on the ground, mouth open, still on fire, I'm assuming. Raizo lets out a big boah. Raizo is this winner. Raizo's rolling on the floor trying to put the flames out. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. It's so not hot. It's not hot at all. All right, below that, looks like Jinbei sees Raizo lying on the floor. Raizo wheezes. Raizo's out of breath. He's wheezing. He's had a battle of fruition of being set on fire. Battle of techniques and will. So seeing this battle, I can remember reading this, and when it started, I was like, I think Raizo's gonna win because of the simple fact that the fire was in here, and I was like, that's so close to what had happened in the past. Because with that, I don't know if all the samurai are gonna survive. Is everyone gonna make it out of this? I have no idea. Kinemon and Kiko are in bad condition. I remember, like this could be pretty bad, man. So I don't know what's gonna happen here. So Raizo's like, this is an age when even ninjas should be free, Fukurokuju. Jinbei, you there, samurai. Why aren't you running? You with Sir Luffy. Must hurry. Careless of me. The preparations were already completed. We cut to the treasure repository on the 2nd floor. Ah! Screams Orochi. Fukurokuju! Where is that garbage ninja? What in the world is he doing? He'd better not run off to save his own skin. Was that shaking Kanjuro's work? I can only hope this is the end of it. And in the back, Komurosaki plays. Bing, 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 bing. Orochi, visibly upset, is like, hey, Komurosaki, why would you play at a time like this? He straight up insults her. You know how people get frustrated in a situation? They start throwing insults. It's like, with your pretentious mask. Stop it. Put that instrument down. You always wear that stupid mask when you play. This is a moment of life and death. Take it off already. Are you really Komurosaki? He's like, are you really Komurosaki? Or a ghost? You were supposed to be dead. He just keeps plucking. When we get to Orochi, he looks up. The ceiling's breaking. He goes, huh? So he looks shocked and then, yeah! The ceiling caves in. All right, so even where he is not safe. Everywhere is just crumbling. Okay. Oh, he's crushed, man. Oh, he's crushed. He's crushed. He's bleeding from the head. He's visibly buried. There's no way Orochi's gonna get up. Orochi is trapped. And Komosaki's just looking at him. Orochi goes, what is this? I cannot transform. Blasted. I cannot get free. Komurasaki, you were so stunned. You never even noticed, did you? A little close up of Komurasaki in the background. He's still bleeding from his head. He's visibly upset though. He's discombobulated. Like he got a bunch of rocks on him. What? Yeah. What? What are you? What? Are you paying attention, Komurasaki? Get this rubble off of me. Then Komurasaki continues, I use nails of sea prism stone to ensure you cannot turn into that monster. What? What? You just keep saying what? What? What are you talking about? Why? I thought you loved me. This man, like really? Like he, like love? Like for him to say that is like, where have you been? Read the room, bruh. You made this whole situation awkward. Not only are you crushed under rubble, and she just clearly explained that she got some sea prison nails for you. Clearly she doesn't love you. Did you need to ask? She got the snake mask on, so she's looking smug, kind of smirking. Love you. You just sighed. I have not the tiniest affection for you. Not even a little bit, bro. And he's shocked. He is shocked. He is dumbfounded. Strangely enough, that song you love, Moon Princess. We cut to Odin. Odin looking happy, chilling with his daughter. I like that song you play, Hiyori. Hiyori replies, Really, Papa? It's called Moon Princess. I'm going to learn to play even better. Now they pull back and show Orochi still crushing Komurasaki, and she's still plucking this entire time, still playing. Was also the favorite of my father, Kozuki Odin. Close up. Father! Close up on the snake mask. How could it possibly put a smile on my face? All right, in the castle basement, everything's on fire, a lot of black smoke. Izu's in motion. Izu says, just survive, Kiku. That's right, he's fighting the CP0 agents. So Izo and the CP0 agent are trading shots. Looks like Izo shoots and takes a Shigan at the same time. Like, wow, they don't show him armored up, so what is he using his hockey for right now? I know he has to have it, so this is interesting. Or is it just like, because he's been fighting so much and he's so wounded that it's not really popping on like that? But they both take shots, so he can definitely hold his own. He didn't step into the room like not being able to do something. So Izo is putting in work, going up against the CP0 agent, and they trade blows, and then they blast back into debris on both sides of the other CP0 agent, just sort of sitting down in the middle. And the agent goes, no, damn you, Izo. Izo's laid out, bleeding. The CP0 agent is also laid out, goes, Maha, Maha. I think that was a death throw. I think it died. I think they died. You were determined to take us down with you then. Damn it. Everything's still burning and collapsing. Why is a leftover from Whitebeard's crew helping these kids out? I need to hurry and get Nico Robin. All right, the agent gets a call. What is it? It's just one thing after another here. So the person on the line is like, listen closely. The 5 elders have issued an edict. The five elders? I know, you're not expecting to hear a direct order from them. All right, now we cut to the other CP0 agent with sort of like the bearded mask that flays out. I don't know if this is him or if he's listening. I think he's listening to the message also. It says, eliminate Straw Hat Luffy at once. And the agent with the bowler hat goes, what do you mean? Straw Hat is fighting Kaido right now. You want me to interfere with Kaido's battle? That's impossible. They know full well it's impossible. Reading this, I feel like it's Agent Smith on the other end of the line. Mr. Anderson, they know full well it's impossible. They say they know full well it's impossible. Now we get a close-up of Drake as they keep talking. It's a world-class battle, which is why it's so dangerous. These orders are meant to prevent the worst-case scenario. You understand. Drake is haggard, out of breath. He tried to fight with the CP0. Looks like he still survived, but he's feeling it. Drake thinks to himself, I can't die with nothing to show for it. Oh man, here we go. It's what heroes are made. You say some stuff like that. That's a proven moment. The voice on the phone continues. Though it's a scenario we only know through rumor and hearsay. Izo is still alive. Thinks, what is it? What is it about that crew? Castle basement. Looks like Hamlet. It's the giraffe. It's got to be Hamlet. Says, there's no escape. The whole castle's burning. Running down a burning corridor. Oh, and on the back of Hamlet is Kiku looking terrible, hanging over the side. We got Kinemon on his back hanging over. We got Kinemon on his back. You know how sliced up he was. Luckily, Law saved him, right? I think Law fully attached him. Usopp riding in the back, gassing up Hamlet. Keep looking for an exit, Hamlet. This castle's ready to fall. I'm on it, boss. Now we cut to Cat Viper, Wanda, and Carrot. Cat Viper says, Wanda, Carrot, under the dome. Yes, sir. Who knows when this thing will fall? How long will this island stay up? Now we cut to Frankie, who got there just in time to grab Zoro from falling over the edge. Hey, you alive down there? Talk to me, Zoro. You ain't dead, are you? Zoro looks beat. Frankie looks panicked. Because he took that pill that he can move now, but it doubles it. And he was already injured. Now we're at the Animal Kingdom bath, forehead floor inside the dome. We got Nami and Zeus. Zeus looks upset. Zeus looks upset. He's crying. He's got the snot bubble. So Nami can hear the crew still celebrating about Big Mom. They got her. She goes, they're in an uproar after that huge shaking. I guess Traffy and the other guy beat Big Mom. What about the fire in the castle? I hope Usopp and the others are safe. It's like, Baba. And now we see Marco, Hihimaru, and Komachio. Now he's laying into Zeus. Listen, Zeus, who do you care about more, Big Mom or me? Listen, Zeus, who do you care about more, Big Mom? Stop. Zeus snaps it. He's like, you, Nami, you. Hihimaru, Komachio, you did great. Take shelter with me, master. Marco says, they're all right. Watch out for the falling chunks from the ceiling. Keep your wits about you to the end. Things are still in flux. This is the most dangerous island in the world right now. That's saying something. And I say that because I remember stuff was happening at the Reverie. I don't know what happened or what happened. They cut away from that. We haven't been back to that for what I can remember. So him, Marco knowing what's happening right now and then saying that, I feel like that means something. Now we get a wide, we get a pullback, we get a wide shot of the crater and everybody still just going nuts. Big Mom has fallen in battle. So everybody's going nuts, celebrating, having a good time. I guess the fighting, they finishing off the people in this area, maybe, perhaps. I don't know if everybody's defeated now that Big Mom was gone. Lost crew, but they super emo right now. They got the emotions, man. I know they feeling it. They up right. They all the way up right now. Captain. And I'm long kill like, hey man, all right, yeah, calm down. Then we get a crash. Chunks and debris start falling from the ceiling. And we cut so close up a kid laid out on their back, man, exhausted. They are pinned. I'd imagine everything would hurt to move. I wouldn't doubt that they would probably need to be carried back. Like they are done. They could probably stand up again if they really had to for the adrenaline burst, but I think it's over, man. They need to be carried back to the ship. So kid's like, you still got enough for Kaido? Law Law's arm drops with a thud. He's like, nah, I'm done. If the man who emerges from that fight turns out to be Kaido, then I don't have the willpower left to resist. So we cut to on top of Onigashima, on top of the skull. Luffy and Kaido clash. Black hockey everywhere. All right, here we go. We in the fight now. We in the fight. We back in the fight. All right, Luffy's getting blasted back. He's trying to slow himself down. He huffs. He says, "Did you sense that too?" I don't know. He's got to be shocked. I don't think he expected Big Mom to lose. They've really gone and done it now. They've really gone and done it. Kaido berserks out with hockey. Lin lost the fight. Luffy gets blasted back. Jaggy and Traffy won. That's amazing. So Kaido was upset, man. Like visibly, you would think that he'd be like, oh, the strong, whatever, the strong. If you lose, then that's what it is. But he's upset, and he thinks back. You got a mouth on you, kid. Hello, can you speak? Ha ha ha. How old are you? Oh, you get a younger Linlin. I don't know how old is here. Only 15. You're so young. Is this your first time teaming up with Rocks? So he's got the sword over his shoulders. Don't trust him. He's a scoundrel. You have any trouble, just tell me. I'm Linlin. I'm going to be the king of the sea. Oh, Big Mom was saying, she was saying she's going to be king of the sea. She said king of the sea, though. She didn't say king of the pirates. She said king of the sea. What does that entail? What does that entail? It sounds loftier than someone who just wants to be king of the pirates and king of the sea. It's like, yeah. Put her there. How we get the full landscape of the top of Onigashima, which is more rugged than I expected. It's straight up mountains. Yeah. I don't know if that's from the fight and all that sort of just skull became rough. I don't know, but Luffy and Kaido face each other, and you can sort of really see the size difference between them. Kaido begins thinking back. I've known that old hag a long, long time. Oh, he's super tears in his beers. Just after we swore an oath to claim the One Piece together. He goes off. This dude is crying. Luffy ain't behind it. He shoots off. He's headed right for him. Wow. Hooks off on Kaido. Wham. What a right. Gear 4. Snake Mine. Come. Hydra. Whacking him. Kaido was taking all of these Hydra punches, getting belted. Kaido was getting belted. All types of black hockey shooting out. See a little bit of blood. Zoom in on Luffy still punching. Your ambitions mean nothing to me, especially if it leaves the people here with no food to eat. Still breathing hard and wheezing. But he mean it. I don't care about your dreams. This is my final Gear 4. I'm not stopping until I've completely run out of strength. Kaido was still getting dented up. And he thinks, he says to himself, Kaido totally confused. It's like, where are these punches coming from? Last panel, close up of Luffy still punching. I'm gonna drive you out of Wano if it's the last thing I do. All right, so that was 1041. 1041. Now, we got Izo on the ground. We got Kiku, Kinemon still looking bad. Usopp and Hamlet looking for a way out. Jinbei ran up on Raizo. Luffy and Kaido was still duking it out. And he says, this is it for me. Luffy sounds like he's about to run out of stamina on this attack. He said, this is my final Gear 4. And we know that CP0 has been instructed by the five elders to interfere in the fight. And they're also going to get Nico Robin back. So that's where we at. These are all the plots are starting to formulate and come back. So here we go. And we on to the new. We on to the new. This 1042. This is after 8 months, y'all. 9 months. I finally get to read the conclusion, man. Y'all know how much this means to me. Like the feeling inside of me right now. It's a little giddy, really excited because you know how it is reading it week to week, but with so much. Like I haven't had this feeling for 8 9 months. Like, all right, let me quit talking it up. I'm excited. I want y'all to know what this feels like, especially for new readers still reading it or catching up. All right, chapter 1042, the new. The victor needs no epithet. No epithet. The victor needs no epithet. That's how, I guess that's how you say. All right, we got Heat. Oh yeah, like we got Heat on the cover, and he's got the Book of Smoke. That's the one they're trapped in, I'm assuming. There's Brule. Looks like they got some mirrors fixed, and buildings are still tumbled over in the background. So whole cake is they're still cleaning it up. Like the ground looks clean, but the buildings are still down. And instead of, I guess they got other people to lift the buildings. I don't know. I just assume that with everybody's powers, it'd be kind of easy to put stuff back. Germa 66's an Emotionless Excursion, Volume 6. Take Niji and Yonji to Whole Cake Island. So that's where they are going. I don't know. Well, they obviously have plans for them. They're taking them there. I don't know what they plan to do with them, but man, that's terrible. Let's go. Oh, first panel, first panel is first basement level. Everything is aflame. The CP0 agent in the boulder hat is getting ran through by Drake. I don't know how else to pull it. He got the sword all the way through him. Like all the way through him. And he's in half form, so it looks like he transformed to get some extra strength to do it. But he is definitely on the kebab. Zoom in on the sword. Zoom in on the sword, sort of dripping and sort of shaking. I'd imagine Drake doesn't have much energy left. So like he was fighting it. The fact that he got the jump on him while he was talking on the phone, it looks like he must have really let his guard down. And rightfully so, because I think he believes Drake is still working for them, right? So the agent spits up some blood. He's feeling it. I don't think he's done it. So explain yourself, Drake. Drake huffing. Everybody's huffing. Everybody's out of breath, man. This has been a long battle. This is what my Drake, still with the blade M, says. This is what my justice tells me to do. Close up on the agent. Then I'm envious of you. Ooh, off the blade. Take him that finger pistol. Caught him in the neck. He caught him in the throat. Oh, he caught him in the throat. Oh, so he's off the blade. Man, that had to hurt. He's off the blade that quick. Turns around, catches Drake right in the throat with the Shigan. Drake reels back. He looks like he got him deep, man. He looks perforated. And that's right in the throat. Like he could choke on that. I don't know. Is Drake finished? So Drake falls back, and we start to hear the clomp. We start to hear stomp tromp. And we cut back to the flower capital. Everybody looks like they're having a good time. Wow. Everybody's having a good time. Some chatter going on. We got the kids and the villagers having a good time, lighting the lanterns. So, did you write down all your wishes? Now light the fires in the skyboats. Yay! Everybody's got to be feeling good, man. Get to eat, man. Get to drink, and just forget about, man, a literal whole year of problems, just for a little bit, man. Just for a little bit. So the musicians are playing, and I don't know if this is a chant or if this is one solo person, but they go, "It's time to make them fly. Send your wishes into the sky." Now we back on the roof in the fight. Kaido takes two to the face. He's still getting dinged up from the Hydra. Then they pull the shot out to Luffy, still just launching those punches. Kaido was burping and just getting beat on. Luffy springs his arm up. It looks like a Culverine. It darts through and he goes for Kaido. No, Kaido blocks it. Kaido blocks it with his club. But then Luffy moves. Luffy comes in with the other hand. La la. Boom. Too real fast. He's still going, so he must be running out of smoke because he's wheezing. Kaido's still taking mad hydro punches, and he's thinking to himself, is he bending the trajectory of his attacks? That hurts. Given the nature of rubber, that's impossible. Kaido's still taking those punches. Kaido, stop it already. Yow, that hurts. He said like your homie playing too much. Man, stop it. Go playing. Ow, like, stop, man, that hurt. Damn. Ow, go playing. Like, oh, Kaido is faded. He's in drunken beggar mode. Just stop. He says this as he's getting punched, and he's like pointing. Just stop. Just stop. Luffy gets mad. Are you still drunk? Don't assume you're the only one who can see the future. We got to Luffy. Looks like Luffy's in shock when he realizes that Kaido's doing something. So Kaido's wheezing. He's feeling it too. It looks like he takes off. What if I try copying you? Is it like this? Drunken thief. Did he just stole his move? Kaido, he can copy? So now Kaido's full body is darting around like Luffy's arms and bending at angles when he's using Snake Man. Kaido lunges at Luffy. Oh, he bites him. Clamped him up tight. Luffy's in pain. Now Kaido spirals upwards. Lightning is shooting down. He's still got Luffy in his mouth. He said he ate me. Oh, Luffy's inside. He says he ate me. Kaido looking down through his spiral at the top of Onigashima. Luffy says, let me out, damn it. He lets him out. He's powering up. Luffy's face illuminates. Whoa, he hit him with a full blast breath. And look at Kaido look like Shenron. And he's blowing a beam down. He sends him down through the top of Onigashima. He blasts down through, and all the pirates below are running, spreading out. How fast is that beam coming? Did they hear this? Down through to Yamato, sees the beam. Yamato's getting out of the way. Outside to Momonosuke at the bottom. He was at the bottom. He sees the beam. Now we see the full Onigashima Island still floating. There's Luffy falling through the bottom of the island. He gets hit by another beam. He tries to brace for it, and he transforms. Bounce Man. He pushes out of the beam with his Bounce Man sort of palm strike and kick. Now he's doing his sort of spring kicks back up to Kaido. He says, damn it. Kaido's like, whoa, you're coming back. Luffy wonders to himself, how many more minutes left? This is my final Gear 4. There's no time to waste. Luffy says losing's not an option. He zips past Kaido. As he zips past, Kaido tries to snap his jaws on him. You're rather demanding. As long as you're around, the people of Wano won't even have clean water to drink. Gum. Kaido's looking up at Luffy as Luffy prepares to hit him with whatever this is going to be. Well, you're free to take sides however you wish. There's nothing to him. It's like, man, whatever you believe. It's like, it don't matter. Be with me or against me, however you believe. I'm doing what I know how to do, how I know how to do it. But let me tell you, these Wano folk have accepted defeat into their hearts. Weaklings who shun violence. Casualties who found glory in death. I've seen plenty of losers and vanquished here, and they all have their excuses. Luffy's not hearing it. Shut up. Samurai are strong. That's Luffy, straight to the point. But Kaido powers up the blast breath. Strong or just stubborn? The victor needs no epithet. So which are you? Over Kong Ghana. What? He whopped him. closing up his mouth. The breath blast gets closed up. Smoke is coming out the side of Kaido's mouth. He stole on him. Kaido head falls lifelessly back, like all the weight is just in his head because he's in his dragon form. Like his head is super heavy right now, and it's just dragging him through the dirt from the head. Luffy's not done yet. He's bouncing towards him. He's not done. Gotta knock him all the way out while I can still use Gear 4. Through the smoke. Thunder. Bellow. Luffy's in anticipation. I don't know if he can actually see what's happening right now. I don't know whose haki is further along than who. I don't know if he sees the hit coming or if he's going, how can I avoid it? Bagua! Cracked him. No, he got him. He connected. He got him with that two-hand Babe Ruth follow through. He cracked him. His haki blasting out. Oh, Luffy's out. His eyes are white. Luffy's like, ha! Eyes are white, man. But he's still in bounce man form. Oh, no, there it is. He wheezes. All right, so Luffy hits the rocks behind, crashes. The gas starts escaping. Luffy tries to stop the gas. He just covers his hands over his mouth. Like he didn't even try to inhale. He just covered it up. Just like a leak. Like, let me just put my hands over to stop it. And he's still got some haki on his arms too. He says, don't leave me yet, strength. Kaido looks back. He's in bloodthirsty drunk mode. Yeah, he looked like he's ready to get it at, man. He's on demon time. Luffy's back up on his feet though. He's in that Gear 2 sort of pose where his knees are bent and he's sitting low. And he's squatting low, leaning forward. One more hit. And if that doesn't work, lost. They bound towards each other. Powering up. Gum. Kaido is reeling back, man. He got his hand on his club like he's looking for a lazy softball pitch. Man, that person was like, oh, who's that, Jerry? Oh, Jerry don't know how to pitch. I'm about to knock this. Kaido, look, man, in bloodthirsty drunk mode. Show me what you got, boy. Thunder. Bellow. Come back to Luffy. Over. What? The CP0 agent is grabbing Luffy. He's in the panel. He's grabbing his attacking arm. Luffy looks back. Huh? Iron body. Iron body. Iron body. Iron body. What is he? Wait, iron body is when you get hard. What is he doing? Iron body is when you tighten your when you strengthen your body, right? So he iron body. Oh, he's pulling his arm. The CP0 agent is pulling Luffy's attacking arm back. Kaido is doing the over the head thunder bellow. And looks like he's looking, he doesn't see it. All right, but it's too late. He follows through. Oh, he took the brunt of this. Spikes and all, man. Full hakified club. Thunder bellowed. Luffy's arms outstretched. He took the full brunt of this, man. There is no fight back in this. He is caved in around this thing. Now we see the CP0 agent sort of jumping back out of the way. So Kaido strikes down with the two hands. And then he's like, CP0. And then he thinks back to Oden when Momonosuke was hostage. Momo, father. Oden turns around and looks. Luffy turns around and looks at the CP0 agent. Kaido looks horrified. He has PTSD. And this flashback is reminding him of what happened. Like he wouldn't have got that win against Oden if they hadn't played that trick and took Momo. And we got Luffy falling out. Man, he's leaking. He's leaking blood. He took that full hit. The bowler had CP0 agent with the last panel. I don't know if he's taking pride in what he just did or if he's upset. So it's a weird kind of grimace. You know, he's just like awkward. This is so awkward. He literally looks like that. can't believe this is happening to me. That is nuts. 1042. Luffy gets rocked at the end of this chapter. This is too much. They got into it. I thought he was gonna really do something with that gear 4. All right, with that said, let's keep this momentum going. Let's go on to 1043. 1043. Let's face death together. You got Heat still walking. Looks like Niji and Yonji to Whole Cake Island. And Whole Cake, like I said, the ground looks clean. It's just you can still see buildings toppled over and sort of smushed in cakes. We got German 66's An Emotionless Excursion, Volume 7. Arrived at Whole Cake Island. Okay, so they're there. They're there now. All right. And they got some plans for those two brothers, I'd assume. I don't know what they're going to do to them, man. This could really get crazy. Like, I don't know what they're going to do to them. They're going to torture them? Like, what are they going to do to them? They're going to make them become part of Big Mom's crew? I have no idea what they're going to do with the two Germans. They are clearly not trying to release them. Like, I feel like Big Mom just would have taken the souls and then released them, right? Like, taking the years off their life or just enslaved them, you know what I mean? But we'll see what happens. All right, opening panel. We get a close-up panel of Luffy taking the brunt of that attack. His eyes are white. He just chokes it up, coughs up the blood. Kaido's grip on his club is super tight, man. You can see the veins. You know he notched up on that. He is notched up on that bat, man. He's not letting that thing go. Oh, the CP0 agent looks sad. Looks like he really regrets what he had to do. Good on you, man. Shame on you. You messing with this high-level battle for it to end like this, man. And Luffy is implanted. He's a part of the earth right now. Kaido still breathes. The CP0 agent with the I don't know, looks like a popcorn bucket hat. KFC bucket hat with like a sort of beard on it. Sort of looking out. Cut back to Luffy. The rest of the smoke comes out. And he flies off like he used to when he went Gear 3. Just like a balloon. Kaido just looks up at him. Down below Onigashima Island, Momonosuke shivers. I do not hear Luffy's voice anymore. Oh boy. Luffy crashes back down on top of the island, surprisingly. I would, who knows where he would have shut off when he lost all that air. But he crashes back down on the island, shoulders first. Kaido just looks, still wheezing out of breath, still a little bit drunk, but visibly upset. Luffy lays sprawled out, man. Nobody is home. Oda box, battle on the roof. Winner, Kaido, king of the beasts. He grips his club with one hand, so you're prepared for what happens next. The CP0 agent tugs on his hat, like, in acknowledgement, like, yeah, I messed up. And knowing that if he succeeded in the mission, it was going to be a problem. So now you got to fight Kaido. All right, so the CP0 agent tugs on his hat. Kaido reels back. Oh, he about to. It doesn't look like this. It doesn't look like the agent is going to move. He about to take this. So he understood that taking on his mission. He didn't even try to escape. Maybe he can escape. Can he not escape? Why does he have to die? Could he not just? He got ran through too. He's probably not in the best shape. But I feel like you get that boost when your life is on the line. It's like you don't have to. You work for the bad guys, or there would be some bad guys. Like you don't have to sacrifice yourself. I feel like if that was any other Marine, he could have messed with the battle, and while Kaido was in shock, he sort of got out of there. But it looks like he's gonna take the blow. See what happens. Kaido rains it down with a boom on top of the skull. Everyone below sees the rubble coming down. Here comes more. And then the remaining CP0 agent sort of just tugs on his hat. I think he realizes that his friend is gone. So Kaido did not miss, and he did not try to run. All right. Oh, look out, Kawamatsu. The ceiling is collapsing. All right, now we got some pirates. Now we got some pirates running out. All right, now we got some. All right, now we got some pirates running out. Look out, Kawamatsu. The ceiling is collapsing. Kawamatsu says, there are still thousands of our comrades inside the building. We are up in the sky. There is no water here. There is nothing we can do to stop this conflagration. I beg of you, leap out of there. There is no glory in being burned to death. He's yelling this until like just a wall of flames and smoke and debris falling. And then a beam comes down. It hits the pirates behind Kawamatsu. They get blasted away. One of them looks up and is like, what? It's Kaido. He's back. Kaido got mad stamina. He's back in dragon form. And he's crashed through the ceiling, so everyone's looking up at him. Master Kaido. Kaido goes, where is your leader? I must have Momonosuke surrender. Straw Hat Luffy is dead. If anyone else wishes to challenge me, step forward. What is the situation? We got Kid in Law who won. We got Zoro who won, and Sanji beat Queen, right? That happened. I feel like I remember seeing that. So it was the part with the geisha and the mouse. So Sanji beat Queen. Robin won. Like everybody, Rizzo won. Like everybody is winning, and Luffy has lost. So seeing what would happen if Luffy lost, Kaido was like, all right, man, the captain is dead. Anybody else want to face me? Let's do this. Kid in Law, who obviously has enough power to stand up. Kid says it was a short-lived dream. Then Law responds, this is cold, brutal reality. There's nothing left in the tank. Chopper's grump, wah! Luffy got beaten. Somebody's walking across a bridge. Hey, don't go out there. Oh, it's Nami. He says, you want to let him get away with that? What is that overgrown snake talking about? Keep your preposterous lies to yourself. There's no way Luffy lost. Of course he's not dead. That's ridiculous. Oh, she's visibly upset. She's watering up. She don't believe it. Kaido's peering down. Well, at least one of you has some moxie. Nami says, you're a liar. I don't believe you. That's Kaido powering up. He about to hit her with a breath blast. He does. No. Marco jumps in. Nami rolls out the way. Marco uses his Phoenix powers. Get back. Don't lose your composure. Not before it's all over. Nami's distraught. She's on the ground. Luffy. Kaido speaks. He looks like he's bellowing this out. He's got the shake lines. His mouth is wide open. Onigashima will soon land upon the flower capital, as originally planned. Unlike Orochi, I am no pushover. We see the samurai grabbing their weapons. Kaido continues. This entire country is one gigantic weapons factory. Women, children. I'll use them all. Everyone here is a slave. When you tire and fall apart, you'll simply die. It's all your life is worth. There are always more replacements. Oh, they zoomed in, man. His face looks menacing. A lot of shadow. You dared to fight back against me, and you have earned my wrath. This is what it means to lose a war. The cost of your defeat is your freedom and your hope. Samurai still holding their weapons, but one of them is breaking down. He's like, no, please, no, not my wife and children, man. He remembers what happened, and he knows how worse it's going to get. Oof. And Kaido is just still floating around inside. He says, bring Momonosuke to me. The battle is not over until I deal with it. Y'all carry on fighting. And we got some pirates looking like they're about to take on Kid in Law. He said, now's our chance. Take down Kid and Law. They're both on death's door. Law and Kid looking like, huh? He might have beat Big Mom, but Kaido was always the ultimate adversary. You guys never stood a chance. And then the crew jumps in. It's a ruse. You've been there the whole time. What have you been doing? He says, protect the captains. We got Cat Viper and Carrot running towards the stairs. We got to get up there. Come on. Oh. Now we cut to the castle basement. Now we got samurais running out of the fire, running out of smoke and pain on fire, carrying their buddies out. It's nothing but flames on all sides. We must go. Is there no way out? Search for an exit. So Kid still has some stamina left. He's magnetizing the new scrap arm together. I'm going to fight, Trafalgar. No surrender, no going out without a peep. Law's upset. Damn it, Straw Hat. Like, Law thought that Luffy was going to do it. Like, I don't think Law would have attached himself to a plan that he didn't think was going to be difficult, but in the end would work. So he's got to be frustrated. Back outside on Gashima Island, we got Momonosuke and Yamato. This is madness. I cannot do it. If Luffy cannot beat him, how can I? Then Yamato goes, you have to fight even if you know it ends in death. Isn't that what a samurai does? Who else but us can do it? Everyone's all torn up. Even Kaido is deeply wounded. Momonosuke, that will only be adding more bodies to the pile. It galls me, but if Luffy already lost, then my only option is surrender. Yamato is not having it. No, I won't let you do that. What will that survival even mean? Only a return to slavery, counting down the days to death. Surrender is not the same as salvation. Momonosuke caught something in that line. He's shocked. Yamato continues. I feel like the passion's coming through on this. This is what the daimyo from all over Wano did when they gave their lives fighting back against Orochi. The last 20 years of Wano is riding upon this battle. If you're going to let it go to waste, then let's face death together. Close up of Momonosuke. He looks. Two warriors clash. Yamato looks back with her face stern. She meant what she said. Cut back to Kaido still in dragon form, releasing crazy breath blasts and just blowing up the whole battlefield, man. If Onigashima's gonna fall, it's gonna be soon. There's no way this place is holding up. We got a panel of Onigashima Island. Then it cuts to the top of the island. We see Luffy laid out. Oh, he looks terrible, man. He looks like what was that? The Gorillas? He looks like, you ever seen the Gorillas video? Like the lead singer's character? He looks like him right now with the blacked out eyes, and his hair is just black like it usually is, but the position makes him look like that character. He's gone. He's just laid out. Like his eyes aren't even white. Like they're black, sunken in, sullen. We get a bump. And then we cut to Zunesha through the clouds. Momonosuke. Huh? I can hear it. And we get a close-up of Luffy's hand. It moves. How long has it been? Momonosuke. What is it, Zunesha? Back to Zunesha. I hear the drums of liberation. For the first time in 800 years, he is here. Momonosuke. Who is? A close-up on Zunesha. As Zunesha eyes are going crazy. They remind me of, I don't know if y'all ever seen Toriko, but Toriko, Shimobakaru. He used to draw like Neo and Akai, and some of the eyes, he would draw them just the way Zunesha's look right now, like sort of like with all these hashes across them, like you blacked out, or like you were really crazy, or like the close-up was like really I don't know how to explain it. You know, because it can be used a lot of different ways, but that's how Zunesha's eyes look right now. So Momonosuke goes, who is? Joy Boy has returned. And then the last panel is Luffy grinning, and the smoke is back, and his hair is changed. It's clearly changed. It looks more. I would assume maybe rubbery. You know, It actually reminds me of anyone ever seen Codename Kids Next Door? It looks like some of the hair from that show. That's what it looks like right now. So that is 1043. Okay, whoa, whoa. Okay, we got the CP0 agent intervene with the fight. Kaido was upset, had some kind of postpartum flashback, smashed the agent. Kaido proceeds to go down to the floor and say, hey, anybody else want to test me? Let's do this. Nami goes crazy. She don't believe it. Marco saves her. Luffy is out. Zudesha says that Joy Boy has returned after 800 years. Why now? Why now? When was the last time the last time Joy Boy was here was 800 years ago. Did he come back before that? Or was that just his original time of being? I don't know what's going on. Why does Luffy look like a codename Kids Next Door character? All right, here we go. Chapter 1044, Warrior of Liberation. All right, so we got Heat in there, and then Niji and Gyonji. What are they doing? They still got them pinned in the books. Are they? Everybody got knives out, man. But this, are they gonna operate on them? What are they doing? All right, German 66's an Emotionless Excursion, Volume 8. Mama's away on her trip. Begin the experiments. Oh, so they're doing this behind her back. Man, that's messed up. So they're gonna experiment. That's messed up. What are they gonna do to him? Like, what? All right, so I don't know what they are gonna do to them. I don't know how this cover series is going to end. This is not where I expected this cover series to go. Here we go. First panel is Zunesha. Someone's talking. So as Zunesha, all this is happening as he's lumbering towards the marine ships. So somebody's talking. What happened to me? Why can I still stand? Even though I lost. Oh, this is Luffy. We got, is hockey coming off of him? He says, I'm having fun for some reason. So now we get a view of Onigashima from Momonosuke's angle. And we see the black hockey sort of sparking off the top. Momonosuke goes, but he's kind of quaking in his voice. Luffy is Joy Boy? What does that mean? Is he now Luffy? Is that what Zunesha's saying? All right, now we cut to the Pleasure Hall Left Brain Tower. Oh, it's Sanji and the geisha he saved. She goes, you're awake, Sir Pirate. So Sanji springs up, he's breathing. He goes, Luffy? Then we cut to the performance floor. Kid Law, the old man. They all go, huh? Everyone's shocked. What? Is that you, Straw Hat Fellow? Oh, they can hear his voice again, but it doesn't feel like him. Marco looks up. It's all with a question. Straw Hat. Hey, he's still breathing. It's now be Luffy's alive. Big brother's still breathing. But then we cut to Sacred Mary Jawad. This is the outside of the Gorosei, the 5 Elder Stars meeting place, palace, building, government issued place. Oh, the Hall of Power, Pangea Castle. The name was there the whole time. I'll turn your head 2 inches to the left. All right. So someone's speaking. So, we've lost an elite agent and made Kaido angry. What was the point? Yes, that's the 5 elders talking. So the elder with the scar on his face speaks. What if I told you that there was a potential future that would make us beg for this outcome? It is always better to eliminate dangerous variables. The one who sort of like Gandhi says, in every era, the world government has attempted to recover the gum-gum fruit, and not once has it ever succeeded. For 800 years. So who had the gum-gum fruit before Luffy? Did no one have it? That's a long time for no one to have it. No. Someone had to have it because they've been trying to take it for 800 years, so someone had it. All right, now the 5 elder who sort of looks like Gonfall. It is as though the devil fruit is trying to escape our grasp. And it very well might be. Zone fruits contain a will of their own. Wait, what? Zone? Luffy has a paramecia, and this particular fruit has the name of a god. The other name of the gum gum fruit is the zone type human fruit. Mythical type model, Nika. Mm, da, 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 mm, da, da, da. And then we see Luffy bounding, which looks just like the picture of uh what I thought to be a Shandian. I don't know if that was Joy Boy. Yeah, like a javelin or a spear. I don't know what it was. And he was running, and it was the same. So Luffy's back up. This is Luffy. He's bounding through the skull of Onigashima Island. And he's laughing. He's laughing. Because is it because he's Joy Boy? Why is he laughing? Why is he having such a good time? Why is he laughing? All right, they continue. Possessing a body with the properties of rubber and fighting in whatever way he fancies, bringing smiles to the faces of the people, the warrior of liberation, also known as Nika the Sun God. Nika the Sun God. That's see, I see. So I saw the photo. Like I said, I read the name Nika the Sun God. I did not understand any of this. He's a sun god because he has a mythical type fruit. Wow, Nika the Sun God. Awakening brings his rubbery body greater physical strength and freedom. It is said that in all the world, there is no power more ridiculous. We got hockey zapping off. Cut to the treasure repository, second floor. Okay, we're back with Orochi and Komurasaki. Hiyori, I loved Odin too, you know. Think carefully now. Come, let's escape his wrath together. Now undo the nails. Oh, he's saying whatever to save himself. And Komurasaki's still just plucking. After you have kicked dirt upon every samurai to whom you owed a debt, who do you expect will listen to you now? My father upheld his promise to you, did he not? Orochi just looks on. Komurasaki continues. We got a dancing Odin, parading and dancing around like he did. He trusted in the deal that he made with you and Kaido to liberate Wano. For 5 long years, my father danced and made a fool of himself, never once explaining himself to his own family. My father kept his word. Orochi looked shocked. Oh, they got man, flashback to Odin carrying everybody in the hot oil. Everybody just watched on. He believed that you would free the people in the end, and withstood 1 hour of your boiling cauldron. He withstood the searing burns of the bubbling oil, despite the smile that never left his face. He bore your torments all alone because the entire country was taken hostage. His suffering was unimaginable. We got a laughing Odin, despite the smile that never left his face. She's still playing this whole time. Orochi's still trapped under the rubble, still bleeding from the skull, still has the sea prison nails in him. I don't know how painful they are, if he can actually feel them. He doesn't seem like he's that tough when he's not in his dragon form. He bore your torments all alone because the entire country was taken hostage. His suffering was unimaginable. She is visibly shaken. She's disturbed under that mask. She thinks, what's the matter, Hiyori? A young Hiyori talking to her dad, Odin. Doesn't it feel bad when everybody says mean things about you, father? Ha, not at all, my dear. Why not? Because I have all of you. Really? Then we'll be together forever. This is what she thought back on. Cut back to the present. Orochi still pleading. Actually, I realize now that Odin was a great samurai. Speaking as Shogun, I think your father deserves... The mask comes off. The mask is thrown to the ground. Orochi is shook. Oh, Komurasaki is flooded with tears. She already said who her father was. She took the mask off. She's teared up, streaming down her face. My name is Kozuki Hiyori. Hold your tongue, you knave. Orochi shrieks, shocked. or just shocked by her boldness and aggressiveness in the situation. No matter the growling of my empty stomach and the rags I had to wear, I never shamed my father's name. He were never the shogun, not even for a single day. Wicked, foolish, and wretched. The worse you became, the greater the insult the lives that were lost. Yeah, Orochi is really trying to save himself right now, man. This dude has no shame. Hey, 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 not so fast. Don't do anything rash now. Revenge is antiquated. It's behind the times, and killing me won't make it easier to beat Kaido. Kozenbu is in here. It's super small. Lord Orochi. Is that Kanjuro? I am spent. No, perfect timing. I give you a new play to perform. Burn that woman to death. Leap onto her clothing. We'll call it the failure of the woman's 20-year revenge. He already got a title for his new play. Alas, what a tragic tale. Witness the plight of Hiyori, remnant of the Kozuki name. This is the fate of all who were once mighty. He got enough energy right now. He even started laughing. And Kozembo goes, Lord Orochi. What is Kozembo trying to do? It has to know that it's fire. Or is this the orders of Kanjuro? He set him on fire. He got set on fire by Kanjuro. So Komurasaki, basking in the burning flames of Orochi, says the dawn is sure to come. Kanjuro, you idiot, help me. Hiyori, yeah. The Kozuki clan always keeps its promises. Now we get that beat again. Doom, da 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 da. Doom, da 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 da. So Luffy / Joy Boy, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, I can do everything I wanted to do. I think I can fight a bit longer. My heartbeat sounds so funny. This is the pinnacle of what I can do. This is Gear 5. So this is Gear 5. This is what it is. This is so many shocks. That's the announcement. That's it right there. This is Gear 5. All right, so Odin is still going crazy, but the hockey blast comes from the rooftop. He feels it. Everybody's still like, huh? Kaido doesn't even realize. He says, "What is it, man?" Now he looks shocked. Now he feels it. Looks up. He's a little bit scared. He says, "What is up there on the roof?" Hockey flashes out again. The hole in the skull starts crumbling again. Pirates is passing out. Stronger pirate in the back. Hey, what's wrong? Is that Supreme King Hockey? Where's it coming from? What does it matter? If you surviving it, if you standing up while it's happening, be happy. Or maybe you're going to pass out 2 seconds later because you were just strong enough to last long enough to see your friends pass out. Oh! Then a big arm comes through. Like a Luffy arm looked like this since Gear 3. But he grabs Kaido and just like grips him, chokes him up like you would like a snake. Kaido's in full dragon form, so it's a pretty big grip and a pretty big hand. Everybody falls back as Kaido gets grabbed. Law, Kid, Straw Hat. Chopper's still crying, but this time he looks like he's excited. Is that Luffy? Oh, Luffy looks different. He looks different. He got a huge grin on his face. I said, is that Luffy? Oh, Luffy just yanks Kaido up out of the hole. Like whipping him around like he's about to slam him. And look, oh, he's got a close up. Luffy looks different. His hair looks different. You can tell it's clearly it's white. It's white in the panel. He's got a grin on his face. And he smashes Kaido down. With Kaido's eyes are what's going on with Kaido's eyes? They bugging out Looney Tunes style. And his crew is like, Kaido, okay, so they see it too. It's not just me. All right, so Luffy like pumps up, man. He looks so different. Well, he looks like his arms look like Weevil's arms. When Weevil was first introduced, his arms look like they're drawn like that. So they're obviously large because he has Kaido gripped up and he's laughing. And now his hair looks like the cloud. And he's just whipping Kaido around. And his eyes, this looks like a comic. This looks like a Looney Tunes, like Bugs Bunny. His eyes are sort of, I've never seen fight animations like this. Oh, is this because this is his awakening and it's affecting what he's touching? That's why his eyes. Oh, what? Oh, now Luffy's just whacking him on the ground like Hulk did Loki. Man, he's slamming him back and forth. And I'm not gonna lie, he seems kind of psychotic. He's just laughing. He's laughing the whole time. Kylo has spinning dizzy stars around his head. Straw Hat, you survived. Thank you. He says thank you. He didn't want to win like that. Ooh, he back on it. He releases the Kaido releases the blast breath. All right, so the next panel, the blast breath is coming, but Luffy's still just laughing. Then he bugs out with a boy, and his eyes pop out too. What is going? Is that rubber properties? What is this? Luffy reaches down, he grabs the earth, and he's picking up the earth. Is the properties of it rubber right now? All right, so he pulls up the earth. It is. It is rubber. So he flips the beam back at Kaido. And it blows up and he's cracking up laughing. This is some Daffy Duck Bugs Bunny type. What is going on? Gear 5 is crazy. So Kaido goes, I'm sorry about that idiot earlier. I didn't want to win that way. Luffy just says, don't sweat it. Let's finish this up. And he's got the crazy smile. His eyebrows have changed too. They got a little curl to them. They look almost like a thicker Sanji's eyebrow if it curled all the way around. So this is Gear 5. Luffy does not have a Paramecia fruit. He has a zone fruit human model. Mythical. He has a mythical fruit. I thought he was regular. Mythical fruit. So Luffy has a mythical fruit. He is Joy Boy, who is back after 800 years. Does Joy Boy only come with the awakening? Did the other people not take the fruit to the awakening level? That's why Joy Boy never came back before that? Why does Joy Boy get to come back? What's happening here? What is happening? Will he talk to Zunisha? What's that all about? What's up with Luffy's Gear 5? His awakening, I thought, was going to just make everything rubber, which he did with the ground, but Kaido's eyes were bugging out. Luffy's eyes were bugging out. The properties of his form looks crazy. He look crazy in the sense of, I don't know what's happening. He's got like the big sort of swollen arms, and then his body is still sort of the same, but his hair has changed. It looks like it's clouds, but then it looks like it's rubber. I don't know what is going on. But he still has the cloud smokes around his body, right? Like the cloud shawl of the steam. The steam came back, so it's like a part of his actual fruit. When he's going gear second, he's to pump his blood through his body and heat up. But he's been heating up ever since. So, like, was it a part of his fruit the entire time? I don't know. All right, so we're gonna keep it rocking, man. We on the 1045. All right, so some of the things I immediately noticed that wasn't good about this is definitely a con, is that I couldn't talk about One Piece, and I couldn't currently talk about One Piece. I didn't know what was going on in the world. I didn't know past characters got reintroduced, new characters got super strong, or did something outrageous, or Golden Age era pirates come back. I had no idea what's happening. I couldn't talk to it, and I was constantly in fear of being super spoiled. That's a hard thing to dodge. It was a little bit easy for me because I'm not on as many sites, but it still didn't feel right, especially considering how long this series has been a part of my life.